I'm going to tell you about input buffering in compiler design. In input buffering, the lexical analyzer will check the entire input tape and by character reading, it will give the. Wait, I'll show you. Let me. Okay. So here we have in the first index we have I and int main is there, right? So what exactly lexical analyzer do is it will check every character by character, and whenever the space is coming, it will take that as a token and it will store that in the hard disk. Okay. In the input buffering we have we will use two tokens. One is so here we use two pointers. One is lexem begin pointer and another one is forward pointer. So the lexem begin pointer will be here and the begin pointer will be here as B and here is F. So the forward pointer will always be start at the index 0 and the beginning pointer will be here. So whenever the input buffering starts, it will go to the character by character, like after completion of I, it will go to the index N, and after this completion of character N, it will go to the T, and after this completion, it will go to this. Whenever this empty space is coming, it will take as a token. Now int as a token is stored in the storage memory. So then when it is completed, then the forward point will come again to the M where it ends, and it will come after the completion of second. So now from here the beginning pointer will continue the process, and after this MAIN it will end the process. So as whenever the space comes, it will take as a token and stores that into the storage. So that is what begin pointer and forward pointer will do. So in this input buffering, we will face a few cases where we can't store the all the input data in only one buffer. So to overcome this, we have two buffers. One is one buffer and another one is two buffering. One buffer and two buffer. In one buffer, we have only fixed nodes, like I have taken a string length of 500. 500 string values are there. I have to store the 500 string values, but the input I have in one buffer is 100 only. If the limit is 100 only, then it will only take the first 100 values and store that in this, and after this it overwrites the already stored values of 100 values, and it will start from the beginning, and it will start from 101, like it will rotates like 5 times it have to do. So it will be a very huge process, and one buffer will not be so comfortable in case the input length is greater than the one buffer length we have. So to overcome that, we have two buffer. In two buffer, we have two buffers. So in every buffer, there is an EOF in the ending, which is end of the file. So whenever the first buffer completes, whenever the EOF comes, it will go to the second buffer beginning point, and then it will start from the second beginning point, and after the end of the second buffer also, whenever the EOF is come, then it will go to the first buffer to refill the everything. So in this case, we'll be having less time. In less time, we can do lot of the input given already. And coming to the first buffer, after the completion, second buffer will be happen, right? In after the completion of second, again will first will be happen. All these things will be stored in the hard disk of CPU. Now let me explain this one. In this case, we have int, main, and imagine there is two variables like I and j, and there is a semicolon. So I have written a switch case plus forward plus plus, which means the forward pointer would start here. I want to move one step forward after the completion of reading first character. So whenever the I is completed, reading the character of I is completed, it will go to the next part, which is N, and then T. Likewise, it will happen everything. So in the case, we have written EOF, which is end of the file. Whenever the EOF comes, if forward is at end of the first, like whenever the EOF is here, like for example, if there is an EOF here, so if EOF comes, you have to go to the second buffer. Here we have used it two buffer, that's why we have two buffers. So whenever it comes EOF, will tell them the forward pointer to begin of the second one. So from here it will start the second one, and after the reading of this, when the second buffer also have the EOF, then it will go to the first buffer and start buffering from here. So that is what the input buffering means. Thank you.